First and foremost, I want to start by saying Happy New Year's to everybody. 2025, it's a blessing to be here. We all have to take this year very serious, just as important as it actually is. Take full advantage of this year as it presents itself because there's so many opportunities ahead for each and every last one of us. But today I really wanted to touch up on the concept of a new year, new you. And I feel like so many people wait into the very last moment in order to make some sort of change in their lives. And this happens not only with just the new year, but it happened in school. It happens in just the everyday world that we live in. People wait to the very last minute in order to make progress or to get things done. And what this ends up doing to a lot of people is that they fail. In the simplest terms, a lot of people trick themselves into believing that they can go from 0 to 10 at that very last moment and get the results out of their lives that they may want to get. But truth be told, it really just does not work like this. And in order to see significant results, you have to build a routine. You have to have habits. You have to have certain patterns that are repeated so that you can live according to, these guidelines that you set out for yourself. So don't allow yourself to fall in this trap of believing that you have time. If you have goals, if you have things that you've been putting off and you're truly passionate about, do not wait up until that last moment to try to manage everything that you may have on your plate, when in reality, all you're going to do is stress yourself out. We have a complete whole year ahead of us. We have things that I'm pretty sure we all want to accomplish and to get done, but do not wait to the very last moment of this year to try to squeeze in things or to try to change or make those adjustments, when in reality, it doesn't matter that it's a new year. You should treat each and every day like it's your last day and use the time that you were given at this very moment to transform your life. And growing up, for me, this was something that was always kind of complicated, because when you set your mind out on something, when you initially have a goal that you may want to accomplish, we usually set dates, but it's usually somewhere in the future. So next week I'm going to start going to the gym, or next week I'm going to stop smoking or drinking, whatever the case may be. And then when we get to next week, or when we get to that time period where it's finally time for us to do the things that we said that we're going to do, we're in a completely different state of mind. As human beings, we experience over 400 different emotions a day. So with that being said, it's going to be very hard for you to stick to the things that you set or you tell yourself you're going to stick to if you haven't allowed yourself to develop the necessary traits of that specific person into your day-to-day lifestyle. But the point of this video is to clarify and to add emphasis on the importance of not just waiting on that last moment, not waiting on a new year to be great, not waiting on that last moment to finish something that you know that you need to finish. If you have business that you have to take care of, even if you have things that you're passionate about, we have to treat it like right now is the only moment that we have, because things are constantly changing every day. So even how we feel at that very moment when we may get that initial idea, tomorrow we may not even feel the same. But if you can get up right now when you have that thought, you want to go to the gym, not necessarily pushing it off, but even starting small if you have to, these are the things that's going to make the difference. And when you do get that little bit of motivation that you have and you get that ball rolling, it's going to be much easier for you to continue to push forward. But life itself, more than anything, is just a mental battle. This form of accomplishing new goals, trying to reach new high points, more than anything, rather than just the work that you have to put in to get there, it's a process of allowing yourself to overcome certain barriers in your mind mentally that you've allowed yourself to place for your comfort. That's really what it's about. As human beings, we naturally want to be comfortable. We don't want to be placed in a position where we feel uneasy, where we feel like, our spot may be jeopardized. So we set these barriers up in our mind, and we put ourselves in a position where we're pretty much fully protected mentally, so that we can stay in that form of peace and within our comfort zone. But all this does is hinder your growth. All this does is stop you from reaching your full potential, because you do not grow in your comfort zone. You do not grow by pushing off your goals and telling yourself you're going to do it next week or next year, or I'm going to wait until the new year to be great. You grow by understanding that I am not going to feel like doing things that I need to do. I'm not going to have the energy. I may not even necessarily have the confidence to do it, but I'm going to do everything that I can right now, because at this moment, I feel ambitious. At this moment, I feel motivated. And I know that that can change at any second. So I'm going to take what I have at this very moment to be the best version of myself possible. But waiting will always be a form of setting yourself up for failure. Pushing things out further will always be a form of setting yourself up for failure. And really just taking in the fact that we need to hold ourselves accountable, because I've seen so many people trick themselves, and including myself at times. I may trick myself into believing that I'm going to do something by setting a date, by writing it down, by trying to strictly plan it out, but I haven't necessarily changed anything as far as my habits to make that come into life. When someone says that they want to start something, majority of people are just not going to stick to that because they told themselves to. If it is not a reflection of your true character and who you are, if it's not a part of your normal routine and habits, it's going to be very hard for you to put yourself outside of your comfort zone to make those things happen. Understanding that you will never grow as long as you're comfortable. Even when you do get to that point of success that you want, you have to keep building. You have to allow yourself to keep growing, because if not, then you're slowly going to decrease in value overall. So really take the time today to be you. Take the time today to always just be one-on-one, understanding that you're unique. You just have to put your touch on things and use that to transform your entire life. Don't wait on a new year to be great. Don't wait on a specific moment to go out and accomplish things that you set your mind to. Because like I said before, there's going to be a point in time where you don't even necessarily feel the same. You're probably not in the same mindset, and it's just not going to work out. Just think about things that you may have told yourself you were going to do when you were in high school. The degree that you may wanted to get, the college that you may wanted to go to, whatever you wanted to do. And I guarantee that how much things have changed from that point is very significant. Be very intentional this year. Really work hard and strive to unlock those new versions of yourself, because I promise you, nobody is going to do it for you. Don't worry about what people have to say about you. Don't worry about people that's not supporting you. As long as you support yourself and you keep going, then that's all that matters. You shouldn't have to wait for a new year to tell yourself that you're going to be great. Be great now. Do not make it about the days. Do not make it about necessarily just that new year. Make it about you wanting to do better and not worrying about anything else. It's gotten to the point in my life where my friend asked me, like, man, what's some of your New Year resolutions and stuff like that, and what do you want to do? And truth be told, I had a few, but I told him, like, I'm doing everything that I want to do. As weird as it may sound, like, as far as being in the gym, as far as building this and building my brand and working on this, I've been doing this for years now, probably over 2 years maybe. So it's just, I just told him I just want to continue working on what I've been working on, and I don't really have too many New Year resolutions. I just want to keep going and keep building. And it was just a crazy thing to really take in. Now, of course, I can change things about my personality in my everyday life. I definitely got work to do. But as far as what I'm building and what I'm working on, those things are pretty firm and set in stone for me. Like, my mind's been made up. And I feel like this is how it should be for everybody. You should get to the point where you don't necessarily wait on a new year, and you've just been working hard to build all the way up until this point, and nothing's going to change regardless of the day it is. But if you made it to the end of the video, I just want to say thank you so much. It's your boy Blue Jay Tay. Drop a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.